Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, in the last few lectures, different kinds of trees along with their operations and applications been discussed. Ladies and gentlemen, in today's lecture, another nonlinear data structure, the graph, will be discovered. Graph is a nonlinear data structure that contains multiple predecessors and multiple successors. Graph consists of a finite set of elements called vertices, denoted by capital letter V, and a finite set of lines called edges, denoted by the capital letter E. Vertices are also known as nodes or points, whereas edges are also called arcs. Edges connect the nodes such that each edge in the set of edges E is a unique unnumbered pair UV of vertices in the set of V, denoted by E equals to UV. Formally, a graph is expressed as G equals to VE, where V and E have already been explained in this slide. Dear viewers, depicted in this slide is a graph labeled as G and formally defined as G equals to VE, where V is a finite set of vertices comprising of 4 nodes, namely A, B, C, and D. Moreover, this graph G has a finite set of edges E containing E1, E2, E3, and E4 edges in this case. E1 is an edge between the nodes A and D. E2 is an edge between the nodes A and C. E3 is the line or an edge connecting the nodes B and D. Finally, E4 is an edge between the nodes B and C. Moreover, the pair AD has the property of being bidirectional, such as pair AD means direction from A to D as well as from D to A. Same is true for the other 3 cases. Dear listeners, the graph exhibits multiple inheritance philosophy as it has multiple predecessors, in contrast with the trees that have single predecessor. Graphs can be helpful in representing the concurrent or parallel processing. They are mostly deployed in algorithms for communicational protocols such as finding the shortest path or constructing a spanning tree. Dear students, it is imperative to have a better knowledge of graph-related terminologies to further understand the graph theory, starting from the edge, which is the line drawn from a parent node to its child node. The endpoints U and V are the points connected by an edge E. Moreover, u and v are the adjacent nodes or neighbors. The degree of a graph is the number of edges contained by a node u. An isolated node is a node that has no edge. Dear listeners, the term path is the sequence of n plus 1 number of consecutive nodes that has length n. For instance, the path P may be the sequence of v0, v1, v2 up to vn vertices, where v0 defines the node u and vn represents the node v. A path is said to be a simple path if all the nodes are distinct, whereas the closed path is the sequence of n plus 1 number of consecutive nodes that has length n and that ends from where it begins. Finally, the cycle is a closed simple path with length 3 or more. A cycle of k length is a k cycle. Ladies and gentlemen, the graph G is said to be connected if and only if there is a simple path between any two nodes in a graph G. The graph G is known as complete graph if every node U in G is adjacent to every other node V in G. Such a graph is also called connected and possesses n into n minus 1 divided by 2 number of edges for n number of total nodes. The tree T is a connected graph without any cycle. Tree is a specialization of a graph. There is a unique simple path P between any two nodes U and V belonging to the tree T. If tree T is finite with m number of nodes, then T has m minus 1 number of edges. The graph is said to be labeled graph if its edges are assigned with data or if its edges are labeled. Dear students, if each edge E in a graph G is assigned a non-negative numerical value, then such a graph is said to be a weighted graph. The multi-edges are the distinct edges E and E bar if they connect the same endpoints. For instance, the edge E and E bar connecting the two endpoints U and V. If an edge has identical endpoints, then such an edge is said to be a loop. Multigraph is a graph containing multi-edges and loops. It is a generalization of a graph G. The graph G does not contain multi-edges and loops. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, in the terminologies of graph comes a finite graph that possesses finite number of nodes and edges, which is not necessarily true for multigraph M, since M may have multiple edges. Dear students, the graph comes in two structures mainly, the undirected graph and a directed graph. The previously stated explanation belongs mostly to the undirected graph, in which edges connecting the vertices have no specific direction. The graph is directed if each edge E, known as directed edge or an arc, is assigned a direction. Such a graph is sketched in the diagram of this slide. Generally speaking, in case of directed graph, each edge E is identified with an ordered pair of nodes in G, expressed in the form of parentheses, instead of an ordered pair represented by the brackets. An edge E begins at the node U and ends at the node V. The node U is the origin or initial point, whereas the node V is the destination or terminal point of E. The node U is the predecessor of node V, and the node V is the successor or neighbor of the node U. Generally, the node U is adjacent to the node V, and the node V is adjacent to the node U. Ladies and gentlemen, the terminologies related to the directed graph or digraph include the integrity, which is the edge or the edges ending at any node U. The outdegree, on the other hand, is the edge or the edges beginning from any node U. The source node is the node that contains positive outdegree and zero integrity. The sink node, on the other hand, is the node that has zero outdegree and positive integrity. The graph is said to be connected or strongly connected if for each pair UV of nodes in graph G, there is a path from the node U to the node V, and there is also a path from the node V to the node U. A directed graph is unilaterally connected if for any pair UV of nodes in graph G, there is a path either from node U to V or from node V to node U. From this point, dear students, whatever will be explained either about the graph structure or about the algorithms will be discussed particularly with reference to the directed graph. Ladies and gentlemen, the directed graph or digraph in short is represented in memory either by adjacency matrix or by linked representation. An adjacency matrix is a sequential representation by means of two-dimensional array. A graph G with m number of nodes can be represented by an m-square adjacency matrix A such that the Aij entry of an adjacency matrix A is set to be 1 if Vi is adjacent to Vj, that is, if there is an edge between the nodes Vi and Vj. Otherwise, the Aij entry remains 0. Each entry in matrix A either contains 0 or the value 1. The adjacency matrix does depend on the ordering of the nodes of graph G. Different ordering of nodes may result different adjacency matrix A. The adjacency matrix is a symmetric matrix in case of undirected graph. Dear listeners, the power matrix A to the power k of an adjacency matrix A of a graph G with ij entries for ak position gives the number of paths of k length from the node Vi to the node Vj. Consequently, a matrix B raised to the power r is produced, which is a sum of power matrices of an adjacency matrix, giving ij entries for the number of paths of length r or less from the node Vi to the node Vj. Ladies and gentlemen, the path matrix, also known as reachability matrix, is the M-square matrix P with the entry Pij of a simple directed graph G with m number of vertices or nodes, such that the Pij entry is said to be 1 if there is a path from the node Vi to the node Vj. It remains 0 otherwise. The graph G is said to be strongly connected if and only if the path matrix P of the graph G has no 0 entries. Dear listeners, if there exists a path from node Vi to node Vj in a simple directed graph G with m number of nodes, then this path may either be a simple path or a cycle. This path may have m-1 or less length in case of a simple path, but it may have length m or less in case of a cycle. Ladies and gentlemen, Warshel devised and suggested an algorithm to find the path matrix for directed graph without weighted edges. It is a replacement of an inefficient and time-consuming way of calculating the powers of adjacency matrix A described previously, and finally deriving the path matrix P containing 1 for all the non-zero values stated in adjacency matrix A and 0 otherwise. The Warshell's algorithm is an efficient algorithm to find the path matrix P. The path matrix P will be derived from the M-square Boolean matrices P0, P1, P2 up to Pm, where P0 represents an adjacency matrix A, while Pm denoting the path matrix P for m number of nodes, and Pk denoting ij entries in a matrix Pk, such that the Pk ij entry set to be 1 if there is a simple path from the node Vi to the node Vj which does not involve any other nodes except possibly V1, V2 up to Vk, or it remains 0 otherwise. Furthermore, ladies and gentlemen, the K in Pk matrices denotes either P0 ij entry, which is said to be 1 in case there is an edge from Vi to Vj and this edge is direct without the involvement of any Vk node, or P1 ij entry is said to be 1 if there is a simple path from Vi to Vj which does not involve any other nodes except possibly V1 because K is 1 in this case, or P2 ij entry said to be 1 if there is a simple path from Vi to node Vj which does not use any other nodes except possibly V1 and V2, as K is assigned the value 2. Warshall observed that Pk ij entry is said to be 1 if only one of the two cases occurs. Either there is a path from the node Vi to the node Vj which does not use any other nodes except possibly V1, V2, V3 up to Vk minus 1. This is shown pictorially in the slide as well. The next case says that there is a simple path from Vi to the node Vk and a simple path from the node Vk to the Vj where each path does not use any other nodes except possibly V1, V2 up to Vk and then all the way from Vk to the Vj node. This is also represented pictorially in this slide. Finally, this is also written formally in the form of an equation that applies ORing and ending functionalities. Dear viewers, in this slide, a Warshall's algorithm to find the path matrix P of the directed graph G is described, whose explanation has already been given previously. Dear students, in today's lecture, another type of nonlinear data structure called graph being explored. Moreover, the two main types of the graph, that is undirected and directed graph, being discussed along with their terminologies. The adjacency matrix for the representation of the graph in memory along with the path matrix is also discussed. Finally, the Warshall's algorithm is discovered for the directed graph. For further details and studies, you are hereby advised to consult the 8th chapter of the Data Structure and Algorithms book by Lipschutz. Till next lecture, stay home, stay blessed, and keep learning.